Okay, this class is not going to revolve around demonstration. I do have a model here that I'm going to do something amazing on, but this class is more about your careers and taking your career to the next level and guiding you. I've been in the entertainment business doing hair and makeup for 10 years. Like, I've worked with Paris and Christina and Lady Gaga and Dita Von Teese and Eminem. And the thing is that it's not about being a great makeup artist that gets you to that point. And so I feel like me talking to you and telling you about how to get there, there's a formula, there's a strategy. You could be the best makeup artist in the world and still just do weddings till the day you die. The thing is that all of you are just as good as I am at makeup. All of you are going to create the most beautiful art that can't be judged or weighed against any of your other artists. There is none of us that is better than each other. Okay? Yes, there are some blind, crazy, terrible makeup artists out there. I'm sure there's like 2 or 3 in the group here. But I'm going to get into heavy detail about how your portfolio should look, because right now your portfolio probably doesn't look the way that it should. Less is more. 4 amazing pictures is better than 1 thing being wrong with your portfolio. In your book, you cannot have a model, hair, clothes, or the photography being flawed even slightly, because then it can't be in your book. You can't use it. Other people will think, oh, my job is going to turn out like this. We can't hire this person. So I got my agent with 1 picture. So did Nico, who does the hair of Halle Berry, etc. I could name a bunch of people who showed an agent 1 picture and were represented. And that agent will in turn will talk you into jobs before you have your portfolio even built, and will back you, and they will say, this is the artist for you. They'll send you onto jobs. Building your book is not just a book of beautiful makeup over and over and over again. And even when you have a perfect book, it doesn't mean that you're going to have a great career. It means that maybe you'll get more money for your weddings. You have to take it to the next step, which is like calling the agencies, how to send them your book, how to approach them. They're all freaking weird. Agents are lonely people that want your money for doing nothing. The portfolio has to be sort of look like a magazine, a giant magazine. But not only that, there should be close-up images of just face or whatever, but there also needs to be editorial images where the clothes, the hair, and everything changes throughout the photo shoot, where there's like 4 images that tie together. So it's a test when you guys all get together and you work for free to build your books, and you don't get paid, but you get an image from the photographer. A 9 by 12 image is what I suggest to you guys, because that's the standard size for most portfolios. That's what they want to see. Your agency's going to transfer your book to 9 by 12. Now mostly everything is online, and they'll have your book online, so you don't have to worry too much about it. But when you go first meet with your agent, it's got to be 9 by 12. If one element is off on your picture, the wardrobe, the hair, the photography's not lit, any part of it isn't right, your genius makeup sucks. The point is, you have to actually search out your crew. You can't just show up on a job with a great photographer. You have to be like, who's doing hair? Can I have her website? Who's doing this? Who's doing that? Who's doing wardrobe? Can I see their site? Because otherwise you will do 20, 30 shoots before you even get your damn picture. So please, when you go out there building your portfolios, make sure the whole crew is amazing, just like you are. Like I know you are. The fashion industry has died. It's died in the 80s, okay? There is not one new look, there's not one new designer, there's no new clothes, and clothes are the pinnacle of what we work off of, and then it goes down to the hair and the makeup and all of that. Any shoot you go on, someone will come with a reference of another shoot. From the 20s, from the 30s, from the 40s, from the 50s, from the 80s, or an 80s great shoot that was done last year, or whatever it is. And then you will be regurgitating and regurgitating and regurgitating the same thing over and over and over again. And I hate it, and I wish it would stop and all of that, but guess what? In order for you to work, you need to know not pretty makeup only, but you need to know every period of makeup from the 20s to the 80s. You need to research it. And I'm not talking about looking at the Kevin Coin book. I'm talking about going back, seeing the stars of that day. You don't want to show up on a job and not know what the mid-30s were, what the mid-40s were. You need to know the real thing. Like if they say, we are doing a real recreation of the 20s, Clarabelle. You need to know that. And then you need to know like your own funky formula, your own recipe for a modern 20s version. This is so important. You guys focus on beauty, but become creative in a different way. By the way, beauty has 20 different looks within it. There's clean beauty, which is almost no makeup looking, but still is makeup. Then there's, you know, it transitions to like 10 different levels of beauty to like the smoky eye. I started my career with 2 foundations, 2 lipsticks, and I blended them into everything. Those lipsticks were blushes, they were eyeshadows, so I had to just become resourceful, and I ended up like making eyelashes out of trash bags and going to art supply stores or using just what's laying around, or you know, cutting out stencils out of cardboard that I had at home and just having that for something funky if somebody wanted something unique. And I would literally just do what I could with what I had, and it forced me to become resourceful. The makeup is not just lipstick. When you are about to go get an agency, they do want to see that you have beauty and that you specialize in something, whether it's period or beauty or whatever it may be, runway, whatever it is. But what I want you guys to do is pretend you're broke. And if you are broke, great. Because guess what? Guess what stifles creativity? Financial security. When you guys are broke, is when you guys are going to come up with the best stuff ever. Because you have to. Makeup isn't brain surgery. We're not saving lives, people. We are, however, making people feel good about themselves. We are, however, perhaps making someone presentable for television, or creating and making stars. We're building confidence, creating careers. We can help marriages. We can do many things. We're not doing brain surgery, you know? So I always feel bad. I'm like, nurses and maids should make more than I do. Because I'm not cleaning toilets, I'm not dealing with, you know, blood and stuff. And so I feel like they should make more. I have this guilt that I carry. You have to start at a certain rate, okay? You have to stick to that. You can negotiate with people that you like, or that you really want to do the job, or if you really need the money, then you can go down. But you have to sort of stick by the original rate that you set. I've done films for $25 a day. I've done photo shoots for $50 a day, 1,000 free photo shoots, $75 a day. To this day, if someone calls me and it's like, I'm doing a thing, I really want you, and if they really worship me like enough on the phone, I'll be like, oh, if you have to have me, I will! Certain jobs are certain money, okay? When you go to a wedding, let's say, I'm going to tell you wedding budget, music video budget, commercial budget, a magazine budget. I'm going to tell you every single amount of money you're going to make right now. When you work on a magazine, don't expect to make money. You're doing that magazine to get it into your book. They will pay you $150 to do that magazine. I don't care what it is. If it's Elle magazine, Vogue, all those editorial tears that you see are done for about $150 to $350 because they feel like they're helping you. They're giving you tears out of a magazine. That's what they're called if you're really far gone. But your portfolio magazine pages are called tears. And so they feel like they're giving you something. You will never get paid crap for editorial, but you have to go do it. And sometimes it's even important to take that editorial rather than a job that you're making money on, more money, because you need that editorial to take you to the next step. Because if you have tests, it's great. They'll get you editorials. The editorials will get you celebrities and music videos. Like, it's a step-by-step process, okay? You can't just, if you meet someone great that sees your book and it's like, wow, this person's amazing, I'm going to hire them right away. It's great. But there's sort of a snootiness to the industry where they're like, oh, they have no tears, or they have no magazines in their book.